following is a darshan with His Divine Grace Srila Govinda Swami Maharaj, recorded on the 19th of November 1990 in Adelaide, Australia.
Regarding the living entity, it takes many births in this universe. So does the living entity take many births in one universe, or can it
Different.
The question is, sometimes when I'm chanting, meditating on Krishna's name, sometimes from the unconscious part of my mind, the impression from my simple activities will become more noticeable in my perception. My question to you is actually, at what point are these impressions released? Like sometimes you can think that you've actually purified that subconscious part of the mind of those simple impressions, or it doesn't have to be simple, but some impressions.
That's coming up.
And it comes up and you think, oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, and then it's like you feel like it's released, but then at some point in time, it's like a circle and it comes back again. At what point is it like this is gone?
You see, in mind, many impressions are there, from lots of lives, not from one life. You understand? Because when the soul leaves this gross body, he goes with the subtle body. You understand? Subtle body is not destroyed. Only gross body destroyed. You understand? Dies. Gross body dies. Subtle body doesn't die. When soul will enter into the spiritual planet, Vaikuntha, and cross Viraja river, then in that moment subtle body will die. Otherwise, as long as the soul moves here within material manifestation universe, subtle body never dies. Subtle body is constituted of mind, intelligence and false ego. You understand? Mind, intelligence and false ego is the constitution of false subtle body. So, in mind, many impressions are there from lots of lives. It goes with this soul. You understand? So it is natural to come up. And when you chant Hare Krishna, this is transcendental vibration, transcendental name of Hari, that is like some fire to the dot. Do you understand? Like fire. And you might have seen some beehive. Do you understand? Have you seen beehive? Bees are there. If you just put some lamp, big lamp, a masal. What do you say masal? We say masal. In English, what do you say? Some torch light, but burning fire. If you just show there, all bees will come out all at once, bombing, just to hit you, sting you. Wow. Because fire is there. Similarly, this chanting is like fire, so all sinful things are coming out now. That's there. Do you understand? And that's quite natural. And thereby, they are being destroyed. And it will come up. And your business as a soul is to drive out all these things from your mind. That in 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said that thing. Jato jato nischarati mano chanchalam asthiram tato tato niyamam eta atmani eva vasunayat. That verse is there in 6th chapter Bhagavad Gita. You understand? The mind will go away to the material things. So your duty is to drag your mind and attach it to the Lotus feet of Krishna, or holy name. You understand? The time it goes away, The very moment you drag it, it goes away, you drag it. You goes away, you drag it. This is fighting with the wicked mind. And this should go on. This go on. This is training. Training to the mind, wicked mind. This is yoga. You understand? Yes. That should always go on. Yeah, this is battle, fighting. Yes, this is fighting. Yes, this is battle. Yes. Against the wicked mind. Yeah. Yeah. And this will go on. And that is the instruction also. Krishna has said that thing. Sadhu says, Guru says, Shastra says. Yeah, this should go on. Yeah. So
you were explaining how many of us are superficial devotees, outside, dressing like devotees, maybe doing some service chanting, but inside we're not actually surrendering. How can we surrender internally?
Internally. And internally you are purified, and internally you are attracted to Krishna or his representative, develop some love and attraction, then your surrender is complete.
How is love for Krishna and his representative? How is that? How can we get that level?
That's internal affair. It's not anything external. It's nothing external. It's internal affair. You understand? And you feel it. This is the question of feeling. From the core of your heart you can feel it.
How can we make ourselves feel like that? So we're not feeling. How can
if you don't feel, some that or some other elements are there that you can't feel, and it will take some more time. Yes. Yes.
The gopis, they love Krishna, pure love for Krishna. They were previously, in the story, they were sages in the time of Lord Ramachandra, and they performed many great austerities and penances to attain position as gopis. So, can devotees, ordinary devotees, attain that pure love for Krishna without undergoing severe penance and austerities, or even in this life? Is that possible?
Yes, there are three things: Sadhana Siddha, Nitya Siddha, Sadhana Siddha, Kripa Siddha. Three types. Those are eternal, but siddhas. What do you say, siddhas? Those who have achieved perfection, they are known as siddhas. You understand? Eternal siddhas, nitya siddhas. And some are there. Those are sadhanas, by sadhana, that you say. The suggestion that, what is that? Namisaranya. They are sadhana siddhas. By constant sadhana, you understand? They achieved perfection, the sadhana siddhas. And some are kripa siddhas. They achieve perfection by getting causeless mercy of some Mahabhagavata, Sadhu, Paramahansa, like that. Three types are there. Yes.
The gopis, they didn't, the sages in Ramachandra's time, they're eternal associates of the Lord. So that's just pastimes to show.
Yeah. Then next incarnation, when Lord came as Krishna, they got it, that opportunity. You understand? And during Ramachandra's time they couldn't, because Ramachandra, Lord Ram, was Marjada Purushottama. I was telling that thing. Very strictly follows Vedic rules, regulation, etiquette, never disgraces. So Lord Ramachandra had one wife, Eka Patni Vrata. Sita Devi is one wife. You understand? And Sita Devi has the same principle, very chaste and devoted, and very strictly follows also Vedic etiquette, rules, regulations, Marjada. So, they are known as Marjada Purushottama Lord Ram. So Lord Ram said, this desire cannot be fulfilled in this time. Next incarnation, when I will come as Krishna, your desire will be fulfilled. But if you will accept me now, you will all be cursed by Sita Devi. Do you understand? Sita Devi will curse you all, you will be destroyed. Do you understand? Yes, because we have this principle, this incarnation, Marjada, very strictly will follow. You understand? We will never violate this thing. Do you understand? Yeah. Yeah.
Right, she was talking at the Sunday feast about developing different rasas, different moods. He's stressing a lot on attaining the highest love of Godhead and the gopis. Is it to understand that we're all attaining to that mood? Are we all trying to attain that mood? Because I also heard that we all have an eternal relationship with Krishna.
Yeah.
Because there's different living entities in the spiritual world. Like in a passive.
Yes, you have eternal relationship, yes. But you have forgotten it.
Can you change that? Can you become in a mood of conjugal love, or do you always remain in
Conjugal love is the highest thing. You understand? We have 5 main rasas, melos. Santo, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. You understand? In English, Santa means what? Neutrality. And Dasya, servitorship. Santa Dasya. And then Sakhya. Sakhya means friendship. Vatsalya. Vatsalya means parenthood. And Madhurya. Kanta, wife. You understand? Madhurya rasa. That is the highest. Highest thing. And it contains everything. You understand? It contains all the rasas. That Madhurya rasa contains all the rasas. First thing is Santa, neutrality. But in Mahaprabhu's process, there is no Santa. Only 4 are there. You understand? Chari bhava bhakti diya nachamu bhuvana, Mahaprabhu said. I'll make the whole world dance, giving these 4 rasas. Santa is discarded in Mahaprabhu's process. Do you understand? So when we are followers of Srimad Mahaprabhu, there is no question of Santa. So we have 4 melos. Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya and Madhurya. You understand? So what is your relationship? That will be manifested when you will become liberated. You understand? Completely free from the clutches of Maya. Attain liberated stage, your rasa will be manifested. Do you understand? You see, another point is there. Conjugal love is the highest thing. And Mahaprabhu gave the highest thing. You understand? Mahaprabhu gave prem. That prem is that Gopi prem or Radha prem, is the highest thing, which contains all these rasas. That I told you. I told you. But if your relationship with the Lord is Dasya or Sakhya or Vatsalya or Madhurya, that will be revealed when you will be completely free from clutches of Maya. That will be revealed, not before that. And before that, you have to practice sadhana bhakti. Do you understand? Sadhana bhakti. The first step is sadhana bhakti. Then bhava. Then last one is prema. Do you understand? So we preach sadhana bhakti because it is for one and all, for all conditioned souls. Do you understand? And when Mahaprabhu was preaching, 6 years Mahaprabhu preached. He did Acharya Leela. His sannyasa life is 24 years. Out of 24 years, beginning 6 years, he was preaching, touring and preaching, traveling and preaching. You understand? Northern India, Southern India, traveled and preached. Acharya Leela. And last 18 years, no preaching, nothing. Completely in ecstasy, Radha Bhav, Prem Bhav, and only discussing the Prem Tattva with the Raya Ramananda and Swarupdamtar Goswami in Gambhira, in that small room. You have seen that room in Puri, that room is there. You understand? Nothing. So while he was preaching, doing Acharya Leela, he was preaching on this sadhana bhakti. Sadhana bhakti. Because that is for one and all. Other things are for elevated persons. They are very few. You understand? And first is sadhana bhakti. Our all preachings are also based on sadhana bhakti. Therefore we give these 4 regulative principles. And one should very strictly observe it. 4 regulative principles. Chant. We have fixed number of rounds. We must chant this 16 rounds daily, minimum. And so many do's and don't do's. We have this is sadhana bhakti. Do you understand? Because that will purify your heart and make you eligible to elevate yourself to the next stage, bhava stage. You understand? When you attain bhava stage, there is no vidhi is now not necessary, and automatically vidhi will be discarded because you are in bhav. You understand? But we preach sadhana bhakti. This is for all conditioned souls. You understand? And that will be automatic process. And in course of our discussion, when that topic comes, we speak about it. Because you should have all knowledge about it. You should have all knowledge about it. But your stage is sadhana bhakti stage. You understand? Yeah.
That rasa, that eternal rasa can become more fulfilled. You can sort of elevate yourself from servantship to...
Rasa will manifested, I said, that thing. And what is your relationship, that will be manifested. And that all based on pure love. If it is dasya, still also on pure love with dasya, servitorship. As for example, our example ideal is Hanuman. Dasya Kapipati, we said. Dasya Kapipati. Kapipati means Hanuman. Hanuman is the ideal servant, Dasya Bhakti. Do you understand? Hanuman teaches Dasya Bhakti. He said, do you know Ramayana? Huh? How? Hanuman's Dasya Bhakti, do you know? Hanuman says, Srinathe Janakinathe Abhedo Paramatmani Mamo Jivana Sarvasva Rama Rajiva Lochana. Hanumanji says. Do you understand? Do you understand the mind? Srinathe Janakinathe Abhedo Paramatmani Mamo Jivana Sarvasva Rama Rajiva Lochana. He says that. I know it. Hanumanji is great sadhu. Great sadhu. Pure das. I know Srinatha and Janakinatha, Janakinatha means husband of Janaki, Sita Devi. That means Lord or Ram. And Srinatha, husband of Lakshmi Devi. Lord of Narayana or Vishnu or Krishna, whatever you say. You understand? There's no difference. There's no difference. You understand? Abheda, there is no difference. I know it. But mama jivana sarvasva rama rajiva lochana. But my sole attention, all my devotion is pinpointed to Lord Ram, not Lord Krishna or not any form of the Lord. Do you understand? Do you understand? This is one-pointed, not multi-pointed. It's not multi-pointed. It's one-pointed. And many stories are also there. Many stories. Once, Lord Krishna sent Garuda from Dwarka to Hanumanji. Hanumanji is still here now. Hanumanji is still now. You understand? He's still. Have you seen him? He's still. If you have vision, you can see. He's still here. When Lord Ram just finished his Leela and went back to his abode, Ajodhya, in the spiritual world, he took everybody with him, those who are in Ajodhya. Do you understand? Nobody was left out. But he left Hanuman. You stay here. He didn't take Hanuman with him. Do you understand why? Why he left Hanuman? Hanuman is such a dear devotee of Lord Ram. Great devotee, Dasya Bhakta. Why he left Hanuman here and took all of them? Those who are in Ajodhya, took the spiritual world with him. Why didn't take Hanuman? Why left out here? Huh? Yes, to teach Dasya Bhakti. Yes, that is the reason. And still he is here. You understand? So once from Dwarka, Lord Krishna sent Garuda. You go, Hanuman is staying there in some island, calling him. He should come immediately. So Garuda went there and he found Lord Ram was chanting, Hanumanji was chanting the name of Lord Ram, 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 Ram. He was engrossed in chanting the name of Ram. Garuda went there, paid obeisance and said, you please listen to me. He was never listening. I have come from Dwarka. Lord Krishna has sent me to you and he calls you. Please come. He didn't listen. He didn't listen. He didn't listen. Repeatedly. 4 times. Garuda told, but he didn't listen. At last, he gave such a great lash with his tail to Garuda. Garuda flew up and immediately fell down at Dwarka. Do you understand? Krishna could understand everything. Garuda was Moorish. Krishna could understand. Oh, what did you say, Garuda? He said, I said, you are calling. You are asking. Why didn't you say Lord Ram is calling? Go again. Tell Lord Ram is calling. You see. He said, Krishna is calling. Didn't come. Didn't listen. Lord Ram is coming, calling. Go again. He again went. Garuda and said, Lord Ram is coming, calling you. Lord Ram is calling. I'll go. Immediately I'll go. Garuda said, you please sit on my shoulder. I'll try to take it now. You go. I am going. I don't need your help. You understand? So God went out. Then, before Garuda reaching there, Hanuman had already reached there. And Lord Ram, Krishna has assumed the form of Lord Ram, and Rukmini Devi assumed the form of Sita Devi, and Balaram has assumed the form of Lakshmana. They are standing. Ram, Lakshmana and Sita. And Hanumanji sitting with folded hands. Garuda saw it. You understand? This is Dasya Bhakti. Another, one pointed. And he knows. He says, I know. Srinath and Janakinath, none difference. No difference. But Mama Jivana Sarvasva Ram Rajivalochana. Ram Rajivalochana is my heart. He is there. Nobody else is there. You understand? This is one pointed devotion. Unalloyed devotion, one point. Oikantika. We say Oikantika Bhakti. And that Hanumanji teaches. You understand? That Hanumanji teaches. And he's a great sadhu. You understand? What was your question?
For a particular jiva soul, that relationship is fixed. Is that
Yeah, eternal relationship, yes. So it is based on pure love. Hanumanji, though Hanumanji Dasya Bhakta, servitor, but it is based on pure love. Pure love. You understand? And also, Dasya Sakhya. And there are two types of Sakhya. Sambrahma Sakhya and Visrama Sakhya. Sakhya means friendship. So, Sakhya is something better than Dasya. And in Sakhya, Dasya is also there, included. And two types of that Sakhya, Sambrahma Sakhya and Visrama Sakhya. You understand? Sambrahma Sakhya means friendship with awe and reverence. With awe and reverence, friendship is there, Sakhya. You understand? Some fear is there. But Visrama Sakhya, no awe and reverence. It's pure love. As the cowherd boys of that friends mellow, Sakhya, isn't it? They are friends of Krishna. But they carry on, they climb on the shoulder of the Krishna. Isn't it? Suddha Bhave Sakha Kare Skande Aravana. I very often tell that story. So that Sakhya is better type of Sakhya. The cowherd boys have that sort of Sakhya. But Sakhya of Arjuna is also, Arjuna has Sakhya Bhakti, isn't it? Sakha Sime. Krishna said many times, Sakha Sime. You are my dear friend. Arjuna has Sakhya Bhakti. This Vibhishana has Sakhya Bhakti. And Sugriva has Sakhya Bhakti. Do you understand? Vibhishana, Sugriva in Ramayana. Arjuna in Mahabharata. But their Sakhya is Sambrahma Sakhya. They have awe and reverence. Isn't it? When Krishna displayed universal form, do you understand? Arjuna became frightened. Isn't it? Bhito bhito pranamyo. 11th chapter Bhagavad Gita, you'll find. Arjuna was so frightened. He was blowing obeisance in front, in back, in right side, in left side. Bhita Bhita Pranamya. Kopavan Ugra Rupa. Oh, so dreadful for who are you? Arjuna was asking. He became so frightened. You understand? Because his Sakya belongs to that category. Sambrama Sakya. And Sambrama Sakya. And Sakya of Vibhishana, Sakya of Sugriva also belong to that category. Awe and reverence. They have fear. You understand? But Sakya of the cowherd boys belong to other type. Sambrama. Sambrama Sakya. Visrama Sakya. Other type, Visrama Sakya. No fear. They climb up on the shoulder of Krishna. That Sakya is better type. You understand? In Vaikuntha you will find, out of 5 rasas, in Vaikuntha planet you will find 2.5 rasas. 2.5. You understand? 2.5. What are they? What are they? Yes? Half of Sakya. Yes. Half of Sakya. This Visrama Sakya. Yeah, I mean Sambrama Sakya. With awe and reverence. Only half, 2.5 rasas you will find in, mellows you will find in Vaikuntha. But completely you will find in there. Brother, Gokur, Golak. You understand? Complete. Yes. So whatever your mellow, that will manifest it when you will be liberated. Yes. Yeah.
Bhubaneswar on Ram Navami Day, you were telling the story of Lord Ram,
Yes.
Sita,
Yeah.
and you mentioned on the way coming back to Ayodhya, Lord Ram came across one river, and there was one boatman.
Boatman. Lord, yeah, when Lord Ram was going to marry Sita, Mithila, that is, he had to cross Ganges. He was going with Lakshman, with Vishwamitra Muni. Yeah. At that time, he called the boatman to ferry him across the river. Yes, what is your question?
You told one story of how I forget it now, that's why I wanted to hear again.
Yeah.
There was some Leela there with the boatman and Lord Ram. He didn't want him to go on his boat.
Yeah. Yeah, that boatman was a devotee. Great devotee. You understand? He knows that this Ramchandra is not ordinary person. He is Lord, Supreme Lord. He knows it. When Ramchandra asked the ferryman, boatman, to bring your boat and ferry us across, he didn't hear. He didn't listen. He didn't listen. When repeatedly said, Ramchandra said, then said, I am not deaf. Then he said, I am not deaf. I could hear what you say, but I have an apprehension. Sunileni pathore bali padi tochoronu. Sunileni pathore pathoro obola. Nauka naika hele budibo mo bhela. Vaishnava poet has written a nice song. I heard when you are coming, you tossed a block of stone, and the dust from your feet tossed that block of stone, and immediately that block of stone became a woman. So the dust at your feet is so powerful that it turns a block of stone into a woman. If that dust will fall in my boat, so my boat will turn into a woman. You understand? So my boat will turn into a woman. So, how can I earn money? This is profession. I ferry across the passengers, get some money and maintain my family. If my boat will turn into a woman, then how can I earn money? Do you understand? Again, I have one woman, it's very difficult to manage her, and another woman. Or Baba, my life will be finished. Do you understand? He said. And another point is there. What is the need of a boat for you, O Lord? You are not an ordinary person. Boat is needed for an ordinary person. You are Lord. You are not an ordinary person. What is the need of boat for you? When you came as a dwarf Brahman, little feet, just little, and you begged 3 steps of land from body Maharaj, little. But 1 feet you covered the whole universe, such little feet. Covered the whole universe, whole land you cover. So, what is the need of boat for you? You just stretch your leg and come to the other side. What is the need? Do you understand? Another consideration is there. And that intelligent person, because he's a devotee, he said, all right, I won't allow you to step into my boat unless I wash your feet very nicely. There should be not a single speck of dust. I wash it very nicely. Then I will cover all my boat with the leaves here available. Then I will allow. He did it. So he got the opportunity of washing the feet of the Lord. So intelligent. Yeah. Because he's such a great devotee. That point is there. You understand? And Lord Ram is Marjada Purushottam. So he didn't show that thing, that by stretching his leg he will go to other side. No. He will teach what ordinary people can do. So boat is needed to cross over a river, so he called, please bring boat. Is Marjada Purushottam, very strictly following rules, regulation, etiquette. And ideal, in all respect, ideal. Ideal. Yes?
Is the relationship between disciple and spiritual master, is the relationship between disciple and spiritual master, is that always servitorship, or does it become like Arjuna, friendship mixed with awe and reverence, or is it always servitorship?
It's servitorship.
So when Arjuna realised Krishna was spiritual master, and he went from that friendship to...
Arjuna's mellow is Sakhya Bhav. But he said, I accept you as Guru because to teach us this message. That is the mercy of Bhagavan, Lord, and his devotee Arjuna. Mercy for us, conditioned souls. So this message of Gita has come to us, otherwise it would not have come to us. Yes. Yeah.
This service in this mood of servitorship with the Guru, this should be one pointed.
One pointed, yes. It's unalloyed. One pointed, not multi-pointed. Yes.
It's sometimes said that a devotee on the conditioned platform sees only his Guru as advanced. Can see only his Guru as advanced. Sometimes when you're serving your spiritual master, you may have to just take instruction from the spiritual master and disregard the instructions of some of the other advanced devotees.
Then, what is your question?
Well, then it might be that some devotees might see that as disrespectful.
Should not be disrespectful. Guru has taught that thing. You should respect all Vaishnavas. Otherwise you will commit Vaishnava aparadh, which will completely finish your seed of the devotional creeper. So, why disrespect? No question at all. No. No disrespect. We'll pay respect. Yes. Then?
Don't listen. Sometimes it might be seen that if you're not listening to the instructions of a devotee, even though you might say, sorry Prabhu, I've got to do this because I've been told concepts. It might be seen as
you should not do like that. Why do like that? You should listen. You should listen. When you are in a temple authority is there. You are under him. You must listen to him. What direction he gives, you must do. Otherwise, how will be in the temple? Do you understand? Do you understand? You first obey. First you should obey. But suppose the authority speaks something wrong, which is philosophically wrong. You understand? And you know it is wrong. You know it is wrong, it is not correct. But first you have to obey it. Don't disobey. Then and there. Afterwards, later on you will approach him confidentially. I have some confidential talk with you, Prabhu. Will you please give me time? With much submission, submissiveness, approach him, pay dandavat. You said that and such thing, which according to Sadhu Shastra Guru is like this or that. Will you please kindly explain me what you said is correct? Just ask him. You understand? This is the correct way. Very submissively and confidentially, not before others. You understand? Yes. Yeah.
Raj, a few minutes ago you said that the Bhakti Lata Bija is destroyed if you offend a Vaishnava.
Yeah.
My question to you is, isn't it not such a cheap thing to have that claim, I'm a Vaishnava? Isn't it to be Vaishnava first, you must be freed from, we chant every morning the 10 offences. So,
yes.
Yeah, so one may offend, not meaning to, but offend a devotee. But how should one understand that devotee? I mean, like Vaishnava is very lofty.
That's all right. But Kanistha, Madhyama, Uttama are there. If the Vaishnava is Kanistha, still is a Vaishnava. You understand? Three categories are there. Do you understand it? Kanistha, Madhyama, Uttama. Yes. Suppose the Kanistha Adhikari, lowest type, neophyte, is Kanistha. Do you understand? Kanistha means neophyte, beginning stage. Still he has come to this path, this process, accepted this, do you understand? And gradually he will elevate himself by his association with elevated Vaishnavas. So he is a Vaishnava. Why shall I offend him? Do you understand? And you should act under your limitation. Don't cross the limitation. Do you understand what I say? Yes, therefore I ask you. You have some limitation. You are an ordinary devotee here in the temple. Suppose President, he is authority here. He has right to chastise anybody under him. If he disobeys, doesn't do, he has right, he can chastise. You cannot do it. You are ordinary devotee. That's your limitation. You understand? So don't cross your limitation. And another point, why other one will listen to you? If you are not an elevated person, Vaishnava, do you understand? If he has no faith in you, why will he listen to you? Do you understand me? If he doesn't listen, why will you chastise him and offend him? You have no right. Do you understand? So I said, you should act under your limitation. Don't cross the limitation. If somebody comes to you and develops some faith in you, and asks for some advice, then you may give him. Otherwise, don't do. Do you understand? Yes. Do you understand? Yeah. Mahaprabhu said, Prani matre monovakya udveko na diva. This is Mahaprabhu's teaching. What to speak of Vaishnavas, neophyte, devotees, or whatever it is. Prani matre monovakya udveko na diva. Even don't hurt an animal, ordinary animal, with your speech. That will hurt him in mind. Don't do it. Do you understand? That's Mahaprabhu's instruction. One who is Guru, he has that right. Do you understand? He has that right. He can catch hold of your ear and slap you. He will inflict discipline on you. He has that right. And you have voluntarily accepted it. Yes, inflict discipline on me. Do you understand? You understand me? Yes. Because that is for your good, spiritual good. Correct? That will correct you. Amend you. Do you understand? Only Guru has that right. He can give you udveg. Nobody else can give. Do you understand? And one is authority. You are working under him. He can do. He has that right also. And he has been empowered. He has been empowered by the authority to do that thing. Do you understand me? Yes, and you have to tolerate it.
It's difficult, Maharaj, sometimes if if someone says something to you which is not philosophically correct, and you
I told you how to do it.
Yes, Maharaj.
I told you. I told you. Yeah. Yes, Nimai?
Maharaj, in the heat of the moment, sometimes devotees argue and even use bad language. If they're real devotees, they should then apologise, is it? Or
Yeah, they should apologize.
after the heat of the moment's gone, no, actually I said the wrong thing.
Should apologize.
Otherwise then it's an offence.
Offense, yes. Definitely. We should not do it.
Maharaj, the Bhakti Lata Bij is planted within the heart by the spiritual master. At what point, when he gives this merciful glance, or at the time of Diksha, at what point is that? At what point is the Bhakti Lata Bij that
Bhakti
seed?
Lata.
Yeah. At what point is that placed within the heart of the disciple by the spiritual master? At Diksha, or when he gives his merciful glance? At what point is that planted within the heart?
A merciful glance. Yes.
And if there is formality coming up.
Then after that. Yes. So, all right. Any question? Yes.
When my husband and I went to Jagannath Puri, we went to the Samadhi of Haridasa,
and on the wall there was a picture which puzzled me. It was a picture of some dogs, and they were sitting down, and they had, it looked like banana leaves in front of them, and some brahmanas serving. Could you please explain?
That is Samadhi, that Thakur Samadhi is occupied by the Sahajas. Sahaja, you know Sahaja? 13 Appa Sampradayas are there. Aul, Baul, Kaul, Sahaja, Sakhibeki, Gauranga, Nagari, Chudadhari, Jati Gosai, Smarta, like that. So Sahajas, that Samadhi is occupied by Sahajas. So that Sahaja line, that Charanadas Babaji is known as, what is his name? We know him as Charanadas Babaji. Radharaman. Yes, who introduced this bhajan, Nitai Gour Radhe Shyam Japa Hare Krishna Ram. And that is going on there. You understand? That Charanadas Babaji, he was feeding the dogs. You understand? He once told his disciple, you invite people, arrange their big feast, invite people, they will come and chant here, and they will get fish, eat prasad. So the disciples went out and told, but nobody was interested. Nobody came. So he told his disciple, why didn't anybody come? Now what shall I do? I told, please come. Why they didn't come, I can't say. And then call all dogs. We'll feed the dogs. So all dogs came. That story is there. Yeah. He was doing like, he had done like that. He fed all dogs. Yes. Yeah?
Maharaj, you were explaining how one can only achieve Krishna pain. Is that mercy in the form of sound vibration? Or is that sound vibration, is that mercy coming from that Krishna praying Bhakti speaking, or is that mercy coming in another form when he's pleased?
Only by hearing.
So then praying Bhakti is
Hearing is the number one. First Sravanam, then Kirtanam, Smaranam, next. Hearing is the most important.
So actually you're showering everyone with that mercy? Because everyone that is hearing is getting that mercy, but
If someone hears, if someone is just posing to hear, but not actually hearing, then how can he get? This is the most important question. Many are sitting as if they are all hearing. But how many are really hearing? How many words are really penetrating into the heart? That's the question. Or entering into this ear and going out with this ear. They are never hearing. You understand, Mahamuni? Yeah, and they are posing, but they are not hearing. Yes, Nimai.
Maharaj, at what point can one, after he hears, go and present what he's heard to others? Is there like...
It is always there, Baba. Always in all jugas. You understand? You don't know? It is always in all jugas. Two things are there. Day is there, night is also there. Good is there, evil is also there. You understand? So it's always, two things are always there. It's not a natural thing, it's quite natural. That will come up. Yeah. One who knows it, he should not be disturbed about it. Oh, this is natural. Natural. I'll let it go on. What is that to us? Krishna knows who is who, what is what. Isn't it? He knows. He is within and without. He knows everything. He sees everything. So, Guru knows who is who, what is what. He is representative. Gauranga Mahaprabhu knows who is who, what is what. What is that? Unchecked. Apratihata. Nobody can check it up. Do you understand? Unchecked. Apratihata. Nobody can check it up. Apratihata. Savai punso paradharmo jata bhakti adhakhyade ahetuki apratihata. Jatmasu prasidati. It is unchecked. Hurdles may come, obstacles may come, all these things may come, but it is so potential, it will go on unchecked. Temporary, for temporary period, short time, something may come, again it go on, finish. What is that? I do say, Gopinath Prabhu, he is just witnessing, hearing, not saying anything.
Whatever offences I may commit, Maharaja, in the course of my association, please forgive me.
So he was questioned. Gopinath was questioned. Why are Gopinath moving with Gour Govinda and going to Bhubaneswar? He was questioned. Yeah.
Prabhupada said when the Guru is qualified and when the disciple is qualified, the reciprocation between the two becomes perfect.
Yes.
So what's the qualification of the disciple? What makes the disciple qualified?
Disciples should have full faith in Guru. Unflinching faith. You understand? Yes. Yes.
Verse in, I think it's the last verse from the 16th chapter. You quoted a verse in class the other morning that says something to the effect, if one doesn't know what is duty and what is not duty, one should follow Shastric conclusion. How is that applicable once one has taken a spiritual master? Like, sometimes, I mean, there's so many Shastric injunctions are there. So,
but that should be confirmed from a bona fide authority.
If one is confused as to do what
yes,
not to do,
you cannot understand what Shastra says. And I always insist upon tattva vichar, not apad vichar. So Tattvacharya knows what is the tattva vichar. So you should approach a bona fide person who knows tattva and ask him, and what you know, whether it is correct or not, you just confirm it. Do you understand? By asking such bona fide authority. Do you understand? Yes.
You're saying that the reciprocation between the disciple and spiritual master becomes perfect when there's unflinching faith.
Yeah.
So if one has faith, how can it be cultivated so it's completely unflinching? How is that faith?
That is your thing. How can I say? Whether you have developed unflinching faith or not, faith is shaky. But soft faith, any time it may break, that's up to you. How can I say? That's up to you. Your personal affair, that's your personal affair. You understand? Yes. It's personal. That you should say. Not anybody else can say. Only you are concerned.
I thought, Maharaj, there may have been some process by increasing that faith, by associating with others that have more stronger faith, hearing more.
By hearing, constant association and hearing, yes. The only thing, nothing else. Always same. Why change? Eternal thing never changes.